What's happening, guys? It's Abhinav from PhoneBunch, and this is our second look at the Moto G4 Plus. Now this is the retail unit that we have got from Amazon.in, and yes, this is the 3GB RAM variant with 32GB of onboard storage. Coming to specs, you have a 5.5-inch 1080p display, an octa-core processor, that's the Snapdragon 617. You have laser-assisted autofocus and face detection autofocus with the rare 16-megapixel camera, and yes, there is a fingerprint sensor here as well. So let's open up the box and see what exactly we get inside. At the very top, you have the Moto G4 Plus in black color. You can see the subtle back texture. Then you also have instructions on how to insert SIM cards in the device, and you do get a turbocharger within the box. Now this phone charges within 1.5 to 1 hour 50 minutes with this supported charger. Now coming to documentation, there is plenty of it, and I know you guys like to know about SAR values, so here it is. Next up, you also get a headset within the box. Now these are very generic headsets. We have seen these previously from Motorola, and they do sound quite alright. So folks, this is everything that you get within the box of the Moto G4 Plus. Now let's move on and have a look at the device itself. So the phone actually does feel quite good to hold in hand. The back texture actually makes it far more grippable, and you can see that fingerprint sensor right there as well. So the phone has now started booting up, and while it does that, let's have a look around the device. On the right, you'll find you have the power button as well as the volume rocker. Now both of these seem to be made out of metal. The power button is slightly textured, but the build quality isn't really up to spec. You can see these buttons do wobble quite a bit, and moreover they don't give that great tactile response that I've come to expect from Motorola. Now at the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack, and you can see the subtle tapering design there as well, but the back is not tapered this time around. On the left there is nothing. And if we look at the bottom of the device, you just have the micro USB port as well as a space to open the back cover. Moving to the back, you have a 16-megapixel camera with laser-assisted autofocus, face detection autofocus both built in, dual-tone LED flash, and you can see another microphone right up top. The back cover in itself is a bit thin, seems a bit flimsy, but when on the phone it is very solid. Now coming to the insides, you have 3 separate slots. So you have 2 SIM card slots and a micro SD card slot, and Motorola has included nano to micro SIM adapters within the phone itself. So again, kudos to that. It's actually very neat and very useful. Now overall, the phone actually does feel quite good to hold in hand. The sides are rounded, so yes, it does fit better in your palms, but I did like the rounded back design a bit more. Now in the front you have a 5-megapixel camera, proximity and light sensors, and the main earpiece is also the speakerphone of the device, and is plenty loud. And at the bottom of the display you just have the fingerprint sensor, which is just a capacitive button. You can't press it, and it just works as a fingerprint sensor, not as a home button. The display here is actually pretty decent. The color reproduction is quite alright, but does tend to be slightly on the warmer side. But it has great viewing angles as you see here, and yes, it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass as well. Now Motorola has really focused on the camera of this device. You can easily open it by double twisting your wrist, and it works very fast. It takes images very quickly. Even HDR mode actually worked out quite great here. Now this is a new camera app. There are a lot of new functions available here, including a professional or manual mode. So you can go ahead and control white balance, ISO, exposure, and manual focusing as well. So yes, it's pretty neat. This is a far better camera app than what we saw previously from Motorola, and it's good to see that some Lenovo innovations are coming to Motorola as well. Now you can record 1080p videos with the rear camera. You can even record slow motion videos there. Now let's have a look at some of the samples. So these were taken in artificial light. Lighting was actually quite low, and even then you can see the images actually did turn out quite well. So yes, it seems like a very good camera, but we'll be testing it out further. Now talking about software, this phone is running on Android 6.0.1 right out of the box, and yes, it's stock Android. So even after the Lenovo acquisition, there is no bloat on this device. It's absolutely clean, as you would expect from Motorola. And even if you talk about storage, you'll get about 24-25 odd gigs, which is plenty. Moreover, you can expand that with a micro SD card. USB OTG furthermore is supported here as well. Now this is the 3GB RAM variant, and out of which you can see about 2GB of RAM are still free even though we are running several apps in the background. Now this is what I was talking about, active display, which shows notifications, time as soon as you pick up the device, and it does keep on pulsing as well to show you all of those. Now you do have some actions built in here as well, so you can just shake the phone twice to turn the flash on, double twist to open the camera app, flip the phone to mute it. Now all of these features actually do work, and they do work quite well. The fingerprint sensor is another great addition here. It works really fast. Just see here. You just tap on it and it works. It's a 360-degree sensor, so it works in any direction. Now I would have liked this to be the home button. It would have made far more sense, but well, it at least gets the job done. Now performance on this device seems to be quite good. We didn't face any lag in web browsing, pinch to zoom worked out great, apps opened up quickly, and even with multitasking when we opened so many apps, if I just went back to Chrome, it was still kept in memory. So even memory management seems to be pretty good on the Moto G4 Plus. Overall, this phone seems like a very solid offering from Motorola at this price point. Yes, the fingerprint sensor seems like an oddity here, but well, it does work out quite good. Now many folks have been saying that they would have liked the fingerprint sensor at the back. Even actually I thought the same. But the thing is, if you have a front-facing fingerprint sensor, it makes life a whole lot easier. So let's say your phone is on the table. You can just go ahead and unlock it, check your notifications, even reply to texts. Even when you're holding the phone, your thumb is in the best position to use your device. Now that can be just my preference or things that I've discovered while using this phone, but you might have a different opinion. So do share those in the comment section as well. So folks, that was our second look at the Moto G4 Plus. It does seem like a very good offering at this price point. We'll be testing this phone out further in the coming days, so do stay tuned to PhoneBunch. We'll have a separate camera and gaming review as well. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.